Welcome into Utah Valley University, where the 10-seed Lehi Pioneers, the reigning state champions, take on the 2-seed Pleasant Grove in round one of bracket play. My name is Kyle Garrison. Thanks so much for joining us on KSLSports.com. We have an exciting slate of games today, starting here with the matchup between the 10 and 2 seeds as we get started underway with a 1-2 count to start it off. A foul tip off right here by the one hitter. The payoff right here, a little bit high and outside. We'll get a ball inside here, 2-2 count. Starting pitcher for Pleasant Grove here is Keaton Nordic, coming in with a 2.05 ERA on the year. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll get it outside. Number 7, Mays Madsen, the one hole for Lehi. We'll get the leadoff walk to start things off here.
Now to play number 9, Boston Vikings.
Number 9, Boston Draculich, coming in at the 2 spot with the leadoff walk on. He'll look to create some damage early on in this game. We'll get a strike call here to start things off. Draculich, 111 plate appearances on the year, 27 hits, 27 RBIs, 14 walks for Lehi. Ball and a strike here, 1-1 count. Keaton Nordic looking over, making sure that Mays Madsen stays on the base. He'll take a throw over. Madsen get back to the bag. Still a 1-1 count here for number 9, Boston Draculich here in the 2 spot. Keaton Nordic coming in with a 2.05 ERA on the year, a 9-1 record. Been unbelievable for the Vikings as he throws a 1-2 strike here. One-two count for Draculich. The payoff. Ball sent high into foul territory, and that's going to drop. Both Pleasant Grove players were storming in on that one. It dropped in front of both of them. Still a 1-2 count on the foul off. Keaton Nordic, 88 strikeouts on the year to lead the Pleasant Grove pitching staff as he takes a throw over back to first base. Check on Mays Madsen, his 19th walk of the year to lead Lehi, signing with Utah Tech. Been unbelievable in the 1 spot so far this year for the Pioneers. We'll get the payoff here. Swing and a miss, and down goes Draculich swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Keaton Nordic on the day. One out in the inning as number 5, Cole Ybarra, comes up for the 3 spot. Ybarra playing first base today as he takes a called first strike to start things off. Strikeout number 89 for Keaton Nordic on that last strikeout as he faces a 3-hitter. We'll get a foul tip here and a quick 1-2 count, or 0-2 count, excuse me, for Nordic. Koyabara with a 3.51 ERA in that 3 spot, played a majority of 3 spot in first base for this year. 27 hits, 25 RBIs. has played a little bit of third base as well. Another foul tip. Fought it off here in an 0-2 count. One out here in the top of the first. Mays Madsen on first base. Mays Madsen here's playing shortstop on the afternoon. Payoff pitch a little bit outside. Good job right there by number 34, Cal Dunn, to stop that one from getting away. 1-2 count. Nordic with the pitch. Swinging foul ball. Once again, fought off there by Koyabara. The junior, 99 plate appearances on the year, 19 runs, 4 home runs, second on the team in home runs for the Pioneers. Showing a little bit of power here and there. And he is hit by the pitch, and he will take first base as Mays Madsen gets to second base. Early rally here for the Pioneers. One out, man on first and second to start things off. Nordic getting a little wild with the pitch. Tagged Ybarra. Dawson Brown up here in the 4 spot, 347 average. Man on first and second. Runner in scoring position. Will be a massive way to start things off for the Pioneers if they could drive home Madsen. He's showed speed on the base path all year. One ball in the count. We'll get a call to strike here. 1-1 count. Dawson Brown, 98 plate appearances on the year. Tied with Ozzie Williams for the most doubles on the team with 8, 3 home runs, 15 walks. We'll get another called strike here. Keaton Nordic finding his strength right here. Low in the zone, back-to-back pitches for called strikes. One-two count will get the pitch, and that will hit him again, once again. Looks like he might have leaned into it. They'll call that a ball. That'll be a 2-2 count instead of a bases-loaded hit-by-pitch walk for Dawson Brown. Looked to have leaned into it a little bit. And the umpire is going to call that. Dawson Brown playing center field today, number 14. The junior, 1.121 OPS on the season to lead all Pioneer batters. As Cal Dunn will go out to the mound, have a conversation here with Nordic. As we'll get the 2-2 pitch here from Nordic to Brown. Foul tip. Into the back of the seats. Pioneer pitchers doing a great job of fouling off tips here early on in this game. Staying alive in the count. Runner on first and second, one out here in the first. We'll get a ball inside. Brown thought that was ball 4 for a second. Ball 3, 3-2 count, full count here for Brown. Fighting back after starting down in the count, 1-2. Reynolds will not be moving with just one out. Still no balls in play yet. 2 walks here early on in the game. And he is hit once again. Nordic just a little Little awry on his pitches here. We'll get bases loaded opportunity with 1 out here in the top of the first for the Lehi Pioneers. Great way to start it off. 3 straight walks, 2 hit by pitch. Leadoff walk by Mays Madsen. And now Dawson Brown gets on. Once again, Cal Dunn will head out to the mound to have a chat with Nordic. Lehi starting off the game exactly how you want to with Keaton Nordic. Strikeout machine this year, mentioned it earlier, 88 strikeouts, 58 innings pitched, just 34 hits allowed, 19 runs, 17 earned runs, just 20 walks on the year. 2 hit by pitch, 1 walk early on in this game. Brandon Munikin, number 15, the senior catcher, will have a chance to drive in some runs here as Nordic gets the 0-1 strike to start it off. Dialing back his command after a couple of wild pitches. Nordic with the pitch. We'll get a called strike here. 0-2 count early for Nordic, settling back in after a chat with his infield and catcher. Mannequin with a 3.04 average with a ball just a little bit high here. 1-2 count. Fouled off by Mannequin. Still 1-2 count here. Keaton Nordic working quickly. Nordic with the pitch. And that one's going to hit Mannequin again, and that's going to drive in Mays Madsen for the first run of the day here in the top of the first inning. 3 hit by pitch back to back to back for Keaton Nordic. And that's going to give Lehi the early 1-0 lead here. 1 out in the top of the first. Base is still loaded as Mannequin gets on base. He'll draw in a run as well for his 25th RBI of the season. And now we'll get our designated hitter, Jake Welch, coming up to the plate in the 6th spot for Lehi. Jake Welch, just a freshman. It's only 7 game plays, but a 3.08 average. We'll get a called strike here to start things off. 0-1 count. With a high ball just outside of the infield grass. That'll be caught for the 2nd out for Pleasant Grove here. And we'll move down the line to Ozzie Williams. Talked about him earlier. Tied for the lead with doubles on the year. 28 game plays, 333 average. 30 hits, 12 walks, playing second base today. Here's pitch number 1, and that'll be just a little bit high. One 0 count. Nordic will take a step off. He'll reset. Nordic just a little high and outside once again. 2-0 count here for Ozzie Williams. Bases loaded, top of the first inning. 2 outs. And that'll be a called strike on that inside corner. Good placement on that pitch by Nordic. Still a hitter's count here for Ozzie Williams. Ozzie Williams with a swing and a miss. On the 2-1 count, make it 2-2. Ozzie Williams will step out of the battery box, step back in. Ball's hit well, but foul ground. 2-2 count still. Number 1, Ozzie Williams with a chance to break things open early for Lehi. 2-2 count. Pitch a little bit high. 3-2 count, full count here. Top of the first inning. Bases loaded. Hard hit ball. Right over to second base, and that will do it for the first inning. Lehi taking a 1-0 lead early on here in the first round of bracket play for the 6A Utah State Baseball Tournament. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back.
Feeling hurt? Uncomfortable standing, walking, or running? Salt Lake Running Company offers free custom shoe fittings. With an assortment of functional footwear and inserts, we've got solutions to help you have your best workout, work day, or work escape. For over 25 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped people find the perfect personalized fit that keeps them comfortably moving. Visit us at one of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com today.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and
accessories. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University. Bottom of the first inning here. Pleasant Grove 2 seed getting their first opportunity to bat here in round 1 of bracket play in the 6A Utah State Tournament. Starting off things for Pleasant Grove is Bennett Nash. Bennett Nash starting things off with a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss there, 2-2 count.
Now to play for Pleasant Grove, number 8, Drew Smith.
So I had some technical difficulties on our side as number 8, Drew Smith will get things started here after the first out thrown here by Lehi. Called strike here. 0-2 count. Drew Smith batting .551 on the season. Little tapper over to first base. And that'll do it for the second out of the inning. Quick work here early on by number 13, T.J. Peterson. T.J. Peterson coming in with a 4.01 ERA, 5 wins on the year, no losses. 43.2 innings pitched, most by any Lehi Pioneer coming into the day. Start things off with a called strike here to R.J. Wilson. Strike 2 here to Wilson. Peterson working quickly. Ball outside. 1-2 count. Drew Smith, R.J. Wilson caught swinging right there, and T.J. Peterson is fired up for the Lehi Pioneers for a 1-2-3 inning. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back. And we're back here. An error right there in right field. Allows Cooper Williams to take second base. Fly ball out in right field, could not make the catch. And that'll bring up number 2, Gavin Yates, playing left field today. Already to the 9 spot here for Lehi. Man on second base, no outs. Gavin Yates, .338 batting average on the year in the 9-hole today. Foul ball, 0-2 count. Here for Keaton Nordic. A couple of hit by pitches. As Gavin Yates sends one to the middle. Throw will be in time to get the out, but that'll move the runner over to third. Number 3, Cooper Williams getting over to third base there with 1 out here in the top of the second. It's Mades Matson, first pitch swing and send it over to second base. That'll be a quick out here in the top of the second. 2 outs here. Easton Nordic working out of the leadoff double. As Boston Drakulich coming up, hit by pitch in the first inning. Looking to drive the runner home here. Ball low and outside. Another ball, same location, 2-0 count. Drakulich has done some damage this year, 5 home runs to lead the Pioneers. We'll get a called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Drakulich sends one into left field, and that's going to bring the runner home. A 2-out single here with a man on third base gives Lehi the 2-0 lead in the top of the second inning.
Now batting number 5, Cole Ibarra.
Cole Ibarra with his second at-bat of the day. Another hit by pitch early on in the top of the first. He'll take a swing, foul it off.
Please return all foul balls to the dugouts. Thank you.
Called strike here. Make it an 0-2 count for Koyabara. Fouled off once again. Easton Nordic staying low in the batter's box here. And another one struck right into left field. A single, one hop. Man will hold at second here for Lehi, but another 2-out single puts another runner in scoring position for the Pioneers.
Next up, number 14, Dawson Brown.
Dawson Brown, number 14 here, with a chance to extend this lead. Lehi up 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. Called strike low. 0-1 count. .347 average on the year for Brown. Looking to increase that total here. He'll hit a little blooper into center field. And that ball's going to drop. That's going to drive home another runner. Another 2-out single there from Dawson Brown will bring in Boston Drakulich. Just like that, 3-0 lead for the Lehi Pioneers. Menzel on first and second here in the top of the second inning. Lehi reigning 6A state champions last year. They're familiar with this type of moment, and they're showing out against the 2-seed Pleasant Grove Vikings. A couple of bloop singles allowing Lehi to break this open early. As number 15, Brandon Moonikin, playing catcher today, will step up to the plate. Lehi working through their lineup quickly. Man on first and second, 0-1 count. We'll get a sharp line drive into right field, and that's going to get by the first baseman. That's going to bring home the runner once again. And another 2-out single here from Brandon Moonikin gives Lehi the 4-0 lead. All 3 runs in the inning coming with 2 outs. The 2-out hitting for Lehi early on in this game has been exceptional. Got men on the corners now. First and third. As Jake Welch hits one fly into foul territory. First baseman number 24, Mason Henry, comes away with it for Pleasant Grove, but not before Lehi takes a 4-0 lead here in the top of the second. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University for the bottom of the second inning here in the 6A Utah State Baseball Tournament. Lehi jumping out to a 4-0 lead early. TJ Peterson on the mound for the Pioneers. A 1-2-3 inning with quick work to start things off as Pleasant Grove looks to make their comeback. We'll get a called strike right on the inside corner of the plate. Another called strike here from Peterson. 0-2 count early. Number 22, C.J. Anderson in the 4-hole for the Vikings. Ball outside. C.J. Anderson in center field today for the Vikings as he'll take a swing. And that'll get over to the first baseman. Fair ball. And that's going to be an out here, early out for T.J. Peterson. 4 up, 4 down for the senior pitcher. Oh, excuse me. It was a ruled foul ball. Couldn't quite make the play at first base. To allow it to be fair. Still a 1-2 count. And that ball's fired up the middle. Base hit here for number 22, C.J. Anderson. .462 batting average on the season. 42 hits make it 43. T.J. Peterson first hit allowed on the day. First base runner for Pleasant Grove. Now we'll get to the 5 spot. Number 6, Nash Clement. Another outfielder today, starting in right field. Man on first, no outs here in the bottom of the second. Number 6, Nash Clement, .391 batting average on the year, 25 hits, 17 RBIs, 974 OPS for Pleasant Grove. Junior right fielder takes a called ball outside to start things off here. After a lead-off single, got number 22, C.J. Anderson on base. Ball fouled back. 1-1 count. Clement takes a ball low and outside. 2-1 count. Ball middle, but fouled off by Nash Clement. 2-2 count. Ball fired into left field, and that's going to be a base hit. Runners advanced first and second here with no outs for the Pleasant Grove Vikings. That is going to bring up number 24, Mason Henry, playing first base today. Responsible for that last out in the top of the second inning. Mason Henry, .226 average on the year, 95 plate appearances. 19 hits, 24 RBIs, 834 OPS. Man on first and second, no outs here for T.J. Peterson. Mason Henry takes a hack, swing and a miss, 1 strike, no balls. Lehi with an early 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Pleasant Grove trying to start a rally here. Here's the pitch. Mason Henry thought about it. He'll hold up. Called ball, 1-1 count. 3 spot in the top of the second inning for Lehi. As Mason Henry takes a whack, that'll fall foul. First baseman Cole Ybarra made a run at it, just a little too far out of reach. 1-2 count regardless. Mason Henry has shown off power this year, 6 home runs, second on the team for Pleasant Grove. 2-2 pitch outside makes it 3-2 count here in the bottom of the second, no outs. Full count here, man, on first and second for Mason Henry. Here's the payoff. And that ball is low. That will be bases loaded here for Pleasant Grove as Mason Henry takes a no-out walk. Couple of singles and a walk loads up the bases here for Pleasant Grove in the bottom of the second inning, down 4-0. As number 9, Keaton Nordic up to the plate. Nordic pitching today as well for the Vikings. 0-0 pitch, low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nordic batting .387 on the season. Another ball outside. 2-0 count. Nordic hitting .387 on the season, .992 OPS. Look at a meeting at the mound for Lehi. With the bases loaded, no outs. 2-0 count for Nordic. Only 31 at-bats on the year for Nordic. In a huge spot, down 4-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Bases loaded here, no outs for TJ Peterson. Battle of the pitchers here between Peterson and Nordic. Nordic takes a hack into foul territory, 2-1 count. Another foul tip. TJ Peterson fighting back in the count to make it 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ball inside, 3-2, full count here for the 7th hitter, Keaton Nordic. Here's the payoff. That ball, that's a strike, a called strike low here as TJ Peterson strikes out Keaton Nordic for a massive first out with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. Coming up in the 8th spot at number 37, Brad Farr, DHing today for the Vikings. Farr, .339 average on the year. 21 hits, 19 RBIs with a .968 OPS. Not shy to taking walks, 10 walks on the season. Ball high and inside for TJ Peterson. Another ball high here. Trying to go with the high heater. It's TJ Peterson, Brad Farr laying off of it. Back-to-back pitches, 2-0 count. Another ball high. A little bit closer this time, but a ball nonetheless. 3-0 count for Brad Farr. Mentioned it earlier, 10 walks on the year, not shy to taking walks. Let's see if we'll have the green light here on the 3-0 count. He will not, but a called strike on the outside corner for the first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 count still for Farr, hitters count. Swing and a miss. Full count here, 3-2, 1 out in the bottom of the second. Lehi with a 4-0 lead, but bases loaded for Pleasant Grove. TJ Peterson working back in the count, 3-0 to start. 2 back-to-back strikes, have it full, and that ball is smashed into center field, but playable. But that's going to drive in the first run of the day from Pleasant Grove from third base. Ball had enough carry on it to allow for the runner to tag, and that's going to be the first run of the afternoon for Pleasant Grove. Runners still on first and second here in a 3-2 count. Brad Farr drives in the RBI on the pop fly. We will now get to the bottom of the lineup. Number 7, Ryder Huntsman, playing over at third base today. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Vikings, or Lehi striking first, but Vikings with their first run of the day here in the bottom of the second to make it 4-1. Huntsman takes a whack at it, fouls it into the backstop. 0-2 count early. TJ Peterson on the mound. 1-2-3 inning to start things off in the bottom of the first inning. But Pleasant Grove finding their stride, getting to the 9-hitter here with 2 outs. Huntsman clubs it into foul territory once again. Still a 0-2 count. Oh, 2 pitch. Ball low. 1-2 count here for Huntsman. Another foul ball. Stays a 1-2 count here for Ryder Huntsman, staying alive in the at-bat. One-two pitch. Ball low. Huntsman did not swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Ryder Huntsman, 364 average on the year. 12 hits, 8 RBIs. Chance here to drive one more home, or more, for the Vikings. Huntsman with a 1.033 OPS on the season. Combination of on-base percentage and slugging. And that will be a called strike on the bottom inside corner as TJ Peterson fights out of a bases-loaded situation to allow just 1 run for Pleasant Grove. That'll take you to the bottom of the top of the third, excuse me. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be back shortly.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com.
It's all online and super easy to get started.
And we are back here at Utah Valley University. Start of the third inning here with the 7th spot. Ozzie Williams getting his second at-bat of the afternoon. Ozzie Williams playing second base here today. Keaton Nordic with the pitch. Ozzie tried to bunt. That ball will go foul. 0-1 count started off. Lehi with a 4-1 lead here. Ball high and outside for Keaton Nordic. 1-1 count. Ozzie Williams takes strike 2. Well-placed pitch by Nordic. As Ozzie Williams smokes one in to right field. Not playable. That'll bounce off the wall. And Ozzie Williams, he's going to dig for third, and he's going to get there. Perfectly executed right there from Ozzie Williams off the bat. Saw that thing flying over the right fielder's head. Decided to dig for third, showing off the speed on the base pass. A lead-off triple from Ozzie Williams to start things off in the top of the third inning. Talked about earlier, Keaton Nordic with a 2.05 ERA here. But Lehi doing an excellent job of getting into him early. Cooper Williams getting his second at-bat, number 3 playing third base today. With a chance to drive home, Ozzie Williams at third. And that one's going to get through the infield into left field just like that. 5-1 Lehi. Perfectly executed right there. Right through the infield. Right between the third base and shortstop. And that's going to bring up Gavin Yates for his second at-bat of the afternoon. Gavin Yates playing left field today. Looked to try and bunt there. Called strike. 0-1 count. No outs here in the top of the third. Cooper Williams over at first base after the RBI single to drive home Ozzie Williams. Ozzie Williams starting things off the inning with a triple and a ball low and outside here from Keaton Nordic. Gavin Yates fires one right at the second baseman. Will keep Cooper Williams at first base for the first out of the top of the third. Big out there for Nordic. As back-to-back hits to start the third drove in a run for Lehi to extend their lead 5-1. They've scored a run in every inning, including a 3 spot in the second, and a steal attempt here. And Cooper Williams was going to make it in safely to put a runner in scoring position. Cooper Williams with another steal on the year after his RBI single put him at first base. And a ball outside. 1-1 count here. Back to the top of the lineup for Mays Madsen. Mays Madsen drew a walk in the first inning. He'll get a chance here with a runner in scoring position. He'll take ball 2 outside. And we'll get a called strike. 2-2 count for Keaton Nordic. Pitching to Mays Madsen. Mays Madsen, the 1 hole today. A little check swing will get over to third base. And a beautiful throw to first will hold the runner at second for the second out of the inning.
Now the play to right fielder, number 9, Boston Draculich.
As Boston Draculich comes up for his second at-bat of the day. Number 9 playing right field today. Man at second base, 2 outs. A club 1 foul. Ball 1 here. 1-1 count for Boston Draculich. Lead off triple to start things off in the top of the third. Dove home Lehi's 5th run of the day. Looking to add to that, but a swing and a miss here. Makes it 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball got away, but will get to first base for the end of the top of the third. Lehi adding on a run. For Pleasant Grove limiting the damage. We'll take you to the bottom of the third. You're watching KSLSports.com. Here's the 0-0 pitch called strike here. Start things off. 0-1 count from TJ Peterson to Bennett Nash. TJ Peterson, a couple of strikeouts. Just 1 earned run allowed after a bases loaded start to the second inning. TJ Peterson worked out of that, limiting the damage to just 1 run. We'll get a pop up here into right field, playable. And that'll be the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the third inning. Bennett Nash flying out over into right field. As we'll get number 8, Drew Smith here. Playing shortstop today for the Vikings. We'll get ball 1 here, low and outside. 1-0 count. Ball 2. We'll get a called strike here. 2-1 count. Tried to frame it right there, was Brandon Mannequin, but called ball 3-1 count. And 1 fired into right field. Little line drive for number 8, Drew Smith. 1 out single for the Vikings. RJ Wilson, number 1. Playing playing over at second base today in the 3 spot for Pleasant Grove. Lefty hitter, flies 1 into foul territory, playable, and that will be out number 2. Couple of flyouts from the Vikings. After a 1-out single, TJ Peterson limiting the damage. We'll get CJ Anderson here. CJ Anderson, number 22, playing in center field today. TJ Peterson working quickly. Just 1 earned run so far in the game. Takes a peek over at first base. Drew Smith thought about stealing. Thought otherwise. Tailed it back to first base. And we'll reset. 1-0 count here for CJ Anderson. We'll get a throw to first base from TJ Peterson. Checking on Drew Smith. Foul ball here. 1-1 count. Number 22, CJ Anderson, talked about it in his first at bat. 462 average on the season. 42 hits. Second most hits on the team for Pleasant Grove. 1.327 OPS. Combination of slugging and on-base percentage. Been unbelievable this year. He'll fire one into center field, playable with 2 outs. Drew Smith will continue around the base pass, but that will be caught, and that will do it here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. TJ Peterson continues to work through it. Lehigh leads 5-1 heading into the top of the 4th. You're watching KSLSports.com, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Utah Valley University as Lehi Pioneers have a 5-1 lead over Pleasant Grove in the 6A, state tournament. We'll get Ko Yabera up to bat to lead off the inning for the Pioneers. Ball inside. Ump says that it hit Yabera, and Yabera will take first base once again. Couple of hit by pitches here for Keaton Nordic as Dawson Brown, the 4 spot, will be up for the Pioneers, playing center field today, number 14. He'll take a called strike to start things off. Lehigh doing a great job. All 4 innings so far, they've been able to get the lead-off runner on, and that's led to their 5 runs here early on in the game. But a ball here to second base will get over to the shortstop and get back to number 24, Mason Henry, for the double play. Quick double play here turned by the Vikings defense. Much needed at this juncture of the game. Will clear the bases in a big spot as Brandon Munikin will come up. We'll get called strike 1 here. Munikin sends one high into foul territory. 1-2 count for the catcher, number 15. He'll take a ball low here. 2-2 count for Mannequin. Full count here on back-to-back balls. 3-2 count for Mannequin. Keaton Nordic, a couple of full counts here. Payoff will be inside, and that's going to be a walk. 2-out walk here for Mannequin. That'll bring up number 4, Jake Welch, playing in a DH spot today for the Pioneers. Batting 6th in the lineup. Nordic just a little bit outside. 1-0 count here. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Mannequin drawing a 2-out walk, putting him at first base. Brad Farr will Cal Dunn. We'll go out, have a chat with Nordic real quick. 1-0 count. Welch takes another one inside. 2-0 count early. Hitters count here for Welch. As we have head coach Darren Henry coming out to have a chat with Keaton Nordic. Man on first here, 2 outs, 2-0 count for Jake Welch. Keaton Nordic getting a standing ovation as his outing is done for the day. We'll get a new pitcher coming in here for the Vikings. Looks like it will be the senior number 21, Hiram Long, taking over at pitcher for the Vikings. 3.57 ERA on the year, 15 and 2/3 innings pitched. Just 8 earned runs, 16 strikeouts to 8 walks. Lehi jumped out to a 5-1 lead early. That would eventually cut Nordic's outing of just a little bit shorter than I'm sure Pleasant Grove would have liked. Command was just a little bit off. A couple of hit by pitch allowed for some base runners for Lehi.
Your attention please, now pitching for the Vikings. Number 21, Hiram Long.
Hiram Long, the big right-handed pitcher. As you can see on the screen here. Has a high velo fastball with a little bit of movement. Long, the senior, with just 18 hits allowed this year. 1 home run early on in the season. Mainly a reliever for the Vikings, and that'll continue today as he takes over with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 6 hits for the Pioneers, 3 for the Vikings. But a couple of leadoff hits, leadoff triple from Ozzie Williams, drove home a run. A couple bases loaded, hit by pitch and walks, also drove in runs for Lehi, which has led to this 5-1 advantage that they've been able to secure.
Now batting number 4, Jake Welch.
Jake Welch remains at bat for the Pioneers. New pitcher in, Hiram Long. His first pitch is a swinging strike to make it a 2-1 count. Two-one pitch, just a little bit high. Make it 3-1 for Jake Welch. Jake Welch thought about it, but he will take ball 4. He'll advance the base runner. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 4th inning for Ozzie Williams. Ozzie Williams with a lead-off triple to start things off in the top of the 3rd inning. Would eventually be driven home by Cooper Williams on an RBI single to give the Pioneers their 5-1 lead. Ozzie Williams looking to do damage once again as the first pitch is called ball outside. 1-0 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Couple of 2-out walks have given Lehigh runners at first and second. One 0 pitch. That one is high and outside once again. 2-0 count for Ozzie Williams. Hiram Long here pitching for the Vikings, relieving Keaton Nordic. Called strike 1 on the inside corner here. 2-1 count for Ozzie. Two-one pitch, fouled off by Ozzie Williams. Makes it a 2-2 count. Hiram Long trying to end the inning here in the top of the 4th. Full count, 3-2 for Ozzie Williams. Ozzie Williams leadoff triple like we mentioned in the top of the 3rd, his 3rd triple of the season. Here's the payoff. Runners go, but that's a called strike 3 on Ozzie Williams that will end the inning here for Hiram Long. And that'll do it here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Utah Valley for the 6A Utah State Baseball Tournament here between the Lehi Pioneers and the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Lehi with a 5-1 lead, the 10 seed. Taking it to the 2 seed, Pleasant Grove. As Nash Clement, number 6, will lead off for the Vikings. TJ Peterson remains in the game. Stellar outing so far. Just 1 earned run, couple of flyouts ended the inning in the bottom of the 4th, excuse me. And a fly ball here into left field will be out number 1 for TJ Peterson. 3 straight flyouts here for Peterson.
The first baseman, number 24, Mason Henry.
As number 24, Mason Henry will step up to bat. One 0 count here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out for Mason Henry. And Henry smacks one into left field. That ball's playable off the glove as Mason Henry digs for second base, and he will get in there for a 1-out double for Mason Henry. Mason Henry showing off the wheels. Playable in left field for the Pioneers. But Mason Henry able to take advantage and dig for second.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 3, Lehi Wolfgram.
Tavake Wolfgram will step in for Keaton Nordic here in the 7th spot. Runner on second, 1 out here for the Vikings. Little dribbler up the middle. TJ Peterson looks off second base, and that will be out number 2 there at first base for the Pioneers. First pitch swinging was Wolfgram. Ended up right in the hands of TJ Peterson, who made the play over to first base. 1-3 out here for out number 2. As we will get Brad Farr up here to bat. Ball went away, but Mason Henry wisely slides back to second base. 1-0 count. One-0 pitch here. Laid off by Farr. 2-0 count. Wolfgram smokes one into center field, playable for the Pioneers, and that will do it in the bottom of the 4th inning here. Lehi remains in front 5-1 after a 1-out double from Mason Henry, but TJ Peterson continuing to work incredibly quickly, and that'll do it for the 4th inning. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University for the 6A Utah State Baseball Tournament. Hiram Long stepping in to pitch last inning for the Vikings. And then leading us off here in the top of the 5th inning is number 3, Cooper Williams, playing third base today, RBI single. In the top of the 3rd inning to drive home Ozzie Williams after a leadoff triple.
Leading off for Lehi in the 5th, the third baseman number 3, Cooper Williams.
Cooper Williams with his 13th RBI of the year in the top of the 3rd, and he'll get another crack leading off here in the top of the 5th inning. Lehi leading 5-1. Oh, pitch. Flied into right field. Playable. And it will be caught by the Vikings for a quick first out in the top of the 5th. That will bring up the 9 spot Gavin Yates, lined out in the top of the 3rd inning. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Ball low and outside. Ball 2 here for Gavin Yates. Ball 3, appeal to the first base ump. He did not go. Check swing, 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. As Gavin Yates fires one into left field. A single for Yates off the bat. Beautifully executed right there with 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, number 7, Paige Madsen.
Back to the top of the lineup for number 7, Maze Madsen. Ground out in the top of the 4th inning for Madsen. One 1-0 count, fired back to first base. Gavin Yates sliding back. One out, man on first here for Mays Madsen. 1-0 pitch, called ball here. 2-0 count for Madsen. Hiram Long, the pitcher here for the Vikings. Strike two called. Strike one, excuse me, called. 2-1 count for Madsen. Right-handed pitcher Hiram Long, 2-1 pitch, make it 3-1 here. Hitters count for Mays Madsen. Mays Madsen with 18 walks on the year. Make it 19 with the walk in the first inning. And he will get walked once again. Man on first and a man on second here with one out in the top of the fifth. Boston Drakulich up to bat. Strikeout in the top of the fourth inning. Man on first and second for number 9, playing right field today. Ball low, 1-0 count to start things off for Drakulich. Drakulich 300 even average on the season. 27 hits, 27 RBIs as strike one, called by the home plate umpire. Hiram Long trying to limit the damage for Lehi. Strike two, called on the outside corner. One, two count here for Boston Drakulich. 1-2 pitch. Drakulich reaches out, fires it over to third base, or to shortstop, excuse me, out at second. Inning will continue with a man on first and a man on third as Boston Drakulich moves the runners over. Productive out, but an out nonetheless for the Pioneers, much needed right now in this juncture of the ball game. 2 outs, runners at the corners.
Now batting number 5,
For number 5, Cole Ubera. Cole Ubera hit by pitch his last time up to the plate in the top of the fourth. And he is hit once again. Back-to-back hit by pitch drawn by Cole Ubera. And he will get on base once again, this time to load the bases up here in the top of the fifth inning. 2 outs. As Hiram Long tags Ubera to send him to first base. Number 14, Dawson Brown, playing center field in the 4 spot today. For the Pioneers, grounded out into a double play in the 4th inning with a 2-out bases loaded chance here. 5-1, Lehi leads over Pleasant Grove. 0-0 pitch. Dawson Brown just went a little too far right there. Strike one. Fouled back, make it 0-2 here for Dawson Brown. Hiram Long trying to work out of a jam here. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch fouled back. Dawson Brown staying alive in the at-bat. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss. Hiram Long strikes out. To end the inning here in the top of the 5th inning, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Lehigh up 5-1. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Utah Valley University. The Lehi Pioneers leading 5-1 over the Pleasant Grove Vikings. A word from our sponsors. Today's game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. We'll get things started here in the bottom of the 5th. 9-spot Ryder Huntsman. Coming to bat, TJ Peterson remains on the mound for Lehigh. 4 innings of work has been incredible. Just 1 earned run, couple of hits, couple of walks. Keeping the high-powered Vikings offense at bay. Ryder Huntsman playing first base today. Playing third base today is Ryder Huntsman. Struck out looking in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch fouled back. 0-2 count. Conversation at the mound between Mays Madsen, TJ Peterson, and Brandon Manikin. Oh, 2 count here for Ryder Huntsman. 0-2 pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes for TJ Peterson. No outs in the bottom of the 5th. Fouled off. Remains a 1-2 count for Huntsman. Number 7, Ryder Huntsman, 364 average on the year. Fouled off once again. .033 OPS on the season for the sophomore Ryder Huntsman with the 1-2 pitch inside. TJ Peterson just allowing 1 run so far in today's game as Ryder Huntsman smokes one into center field for a lead-off single. Pleasant Grove trying to rally here in the bottom of the 5th. As Ryder Huntsman to start things off with a single. Back to the top of the order for the Vikings. Number 11, Bennett Nash will be up to bat for Pleasant Grove. Runner on first base here in the bottom of the 5th. TJ Peterson remains in the game, called strike 1. Bennett Nash with a fly out in his last time up at the plate. Ball outside to make it 1-1. Bennett Nash playing over in left field today as a throw to first base and on time. Checking in on Ryder Huntsman there. 1-1 count, called strike on the inside corner of the plate. Beautiful location right there from TJ Peterson, who continues to play an incredible game so far for the Pioneers. And that ball slow dribbled over to number 5, Cole Yabera at first base. Runners will advance as Nash Bennett. Productive out. But once again, an out nonetheless for TJ Peterson, who continues to work through the 5th inning with 1 out here. At the plate is number 8, Drew Smith, single in the top of the 3rd inning, or bottom of the 3rd inning, excuse me. And he will smoke one in to right center field, and that's going to hit the gap. He's going to dig for second, and Ryder Huntsman coming home, and that is a 1-out RBI double for Drew Smith to make things 2-5 here at Utah Valley University. Pleasant Grove adding and trying to create a little bit of noise here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lehi remains on top 5-2, but a 1-out rally here. Drew Smith driving in the RBI double. As RJ Wilson takes called strike 1. Number 1, RJ Wilson. He'll smoke one into center field, playable. As Drew Smith will tag, and he will make it to third. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. TJ Peterson continuing to work through the lineup. Forcing a fly ball out there to put Drew Smith at third base. As number 22, CJ Anderson, playing center field today, flew out in his last at-bat. In the 4 spot, talked about CJ Anderson early on. 462 average, 42 hits, 45 RBIs, 1.327 OPS as he takes called strike 1. 1-1 count here for CJ. Fouled off, make it 1-2. TJ Peterson trying to work through 5 innings of work with CJ Anderson up at the plate. Fly out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a swing and a miss induced by TJ Peterson will end the inning here at Utah Valley University. Pleasant Grove adds on a run, but Lehi remains on top, 5-2. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Utah Valley University, top of the 6th inning. Lehi leads Pleasant Grove 5-2. Number 21, Hiram Long, relieved. Number 9, Keaton Nordic. For Pleasant Grove, he remains on the mound for the Vikings. And up to bat, number 15, Brandon Manikin. Drew a walk in the 4th. In the 5 spot today, leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Pioneers. Ball just a little bit high to start things off here in the 6th. 1-0 count for Manikin. This one low, 2-0. Start things off in the top of the 6th inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2-1 count for Manikin. 304 batting average on the season. 889 OPS. 2-1 pitch. Inside. Called ball. 3-1 count for Manikin. Hiram Long remains on the mound for the Vikings. 3-1 pitch. Inside once again in another lead-off walk for Mannequin to start things off in the top of the 6th for Lehi. Second walk drawn today by Mannequin. And that'll bring up number 6, Jake Welch. Also drew a walk in the top of the 4th inning. 6th spot today, DHing for the Pioneers. Way outside is ball 1. Man on first, no outs for Lehi. Pitch inside, ball 2, 2-0 count for Welch. We'll get a meeting at the mound between the Pleasant Grove infield. And it looks like Hiram Long's day will be done for the Vikings as they will bring in their 3rd pitcher of the afternoon. Looks like out of the bullpen, it will be number 10, Mattis Webb. For the Pioneers. Mattis Webb, 5 ERA on the season, 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts to 5 walks. Maddox Webb, number 10, the junior pitcher. Just 5 earned runs on the year. Lehi with a 5-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 count for Jake Welch.
Your lineup cards to the press box. Coaches for Carolina Davis, please bring your lineup cards to the press box. Thank you.
Maddox Webb all warmed up. About ready to get things restarted here in the top of the 6th inning. Mentioned it earlier, Brandon Mannequin drawing a lead-off walk to open things up in the top of the 6th for the Pioneers as Jake Welch, the DH, set to bat here with a 2-0 count after Hiram Long was relieved, and in comes number 10, Maddox Webb, the junior. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's low. Tavake Wolfgram able to secure it for Pleasant Grove. Keeps Mannequin at first base. 3 balls, no strikes. Called strike on the outside corner. 3-1 count for Jake Welch. Maddox Williams throwing his first strike of the day. Maddox Webb, excuse me. And that is another ball that's going to put Jake Welch at first base, moving Mannequin over to second. No outs here in the top of the 6th. Man on first, man on second. 2 drawn walks once again from Mannequin and Welch. Mannequin and Welch both drew walks back-to-back in the top of the 4th, and once again here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll have Ozzie Williams, who tripled in the 3rd, up to the plate. Ball gets away from Wolfgram. Not able to secure it is Ryder Huntsman as the runners advance to 3rd and 2nd base. Mannequin and Welch both advancing there. Puts runners in scoring position once again for the Pioneers. No outs for Ozzie Williams on a 1-0 count. Ozzie Williams struck out in the 4th inning in his last plate appearance. Looking to do some damage here on a 2-0 count now. A couple of wild pitches from Maddox Webb. Tavake Wolfgren going out there, having a chat with Webb. I imagine telling him to slow down a little bit. Ozzie Williams ready for the 2-0 pitch. Runners at second, runner at third. And there is a called strike, 2-1 count for Ozzie Williams. Two-one pitch, and Ozzie Williams smokes that one in to right center field. That's going to bring home both runners and going to be a no-out double for Ozzie Williams. 2 runs batted in there to give Lehi the 7-2 lead. Bases clearing double for Ozzie Williams. Perfectly executed there on the 2-1 pitch. And that is going to bring up Cooper Williams. Cooper Williams already with an RBI today here in the top of the 4th inning. With Ozzie Williams there on second base, he'll look to do it again. Called strike 1 from Maddox Webb. Still no outs in the top of the 6th inning here. Lehi adding some insurance there to add 2 runs. They'll get a slow roller over to shortstop, and they will make the play for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. A 6-3 ground out for Cooper Williams.
Now batting number 2, Gavin Yates.
Now in the 9 spot, Gavin Yates single in the top of the 5th. He'll get another crack at it as he takes strike 1. Gavin Yates out in left field today, batting number 9 for the Pioneers. Man on second, 1 out. Slow roller over to second base, and that will be out number 2 on a 4-3 ground out from Gavin Yates. Couple of soft ground outs here induced by Maddox Webb for the 2nd out of the top of the 6th inning. We'll go back to the top of the order for Mays Madsen. Madsen with a couple of walks and a ground out today. And he will take strike 1. Ozzie Williams able to move over to third on the ground out. Ball inside, 1-1 count. Mays Madsen out at shortstop today. 372 average on the year. Leads the team with 18 walks. Now 20 with 2 on the day, and a ground out over to second base will be another 4-3 ground out to end the inning for Pleasant Grove. Maddox Webb with a couple of soft induced ground outs to end the inning. Lehi remains on top 7-2. You're watching KSL. And we are back here at Utah Valley University. Lehi with 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning to take a 7-2 lead over Pleasant Grove. Word from our sponsors, today's game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. TJ Peterson remains on the mound in the bottom of the 6th inning for Lehi. Playing a strong game, coming in with a 4.01 ERA, just 2 earned runs on the day. As called strike 1, start things off in the bottom of the 6th inning with number 6 Nash Clement up to bat for the Vikings. Strike 2 on a swing and a miss. Another whiff induced by TJ Peterson. Fastball has been on full display today. Couple of strikeouts, just a couple of hits, couple of walks, limiting the Pleasant Grove damage with their high-powered offense. 0-2 pitch to Clement. Called ball. Fly out in the bottom of the 4th for number 6, Nash Clement. Looks over to the third base umpire, and he says he went for called strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Another strikeout here for TJ Peterson. Strong so far through 5 1/3 innings pitched, with Mason Henry coming up to bat. A double last time at the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. For Mason Henry, playing first base today. Ball 1 here to start things off for Henry. Mason Henry, the junior, 226 average, 834 OPS. As we get called strike 1 here, 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lehi leads 7-2. Ball a little bit high, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Just a little bit outside here to make it 3-1 count. Vikings trying to find a rally here late in this ball game. And that will be called strike 2 to make it a full count here for Mason Henry. Henry was about ready to head over to first base for the walk, but a called strike keeps him in the box. 3-2 count. Here's the payoff. That ball is skied in the air. Coming in on it is a center fielder, and they will make the play for Lehi. Dawson Brown makes the catch. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Good pitch on a 3-2 count to get the pop fly. TJ Peterson trying to get the final out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tavake Wolfgram here. Fouls it off. Wolfgram with a ground out in his first plate appearance. Subbing in for Keaton Nordic. That's a ball in the dirt. 1-1 count. Ball inside, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off by Wolfgram. 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on. TJ Peterson through 5 2/3, just 2 earned runs. As a ball right there will load up the count. Soft grounder over to second base. And that will be the end of the inning on another 4-3 ground ball out. Lehi remains on top 7-2. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Utah Valley University as the Lehi Pioneers have a 7-2 lead over the Pleasant Grove Vikings in the 6A first round of bracket play Utah State Tournament. Maddox Webb remains on the mound for the Vikings. Relieved Hiram Long in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. As Boston Drakulich will be at the plate, the 2-hitter for the Pioneers. Ground out, his last time up at the plate.
Leading off for the Pioneers, number 9, Boston Drakulich.
Ball inside to start things off here in the top of the 7th to Boston Drakulich. Ball 2. Drakulich staying patient in the batter's box. 2-0 count. Make it 3-0 count. .30 pitch, and that one is low for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Boston Drakulich to start things off here in the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring up number 5, Cole Ybarra. Cole Ybarra back-to-back hit by pitch in the 5th and in the 4th. Ybarra playing first base today. They'll get a meeting at the mound, and it looks like the Vikings will go back into their bullpen for the 3rd time today. Maddox Webb will be relieved for Pleasant Grove. And in comes number 12, Noah Brady, to close things out here for the Vikings. We'll take a short break as Lehi leads 7-2, top of the 7th inning. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University, top of the 7th inning. Lehi on top 7-2 here in the first round of bracket play for the 6A Utah State Baseball Tournament. Pleasant Grove going to their bullpen with Noah Brady, the senior, 1.11 ERA on the season. 7 strikeouts, just 3 walks. Pitching to number 5, Cole Ybarra. 1-1 count. Ybarra hit by pitch twice already today. Noah Brady feeds over to Mason Henry at first base. Boston Drakulich wisely will get back. 1-1 count here for Ybarra. We're going to throw back to first base. Drakulich staying ready. Getting back to first base. Remains a 1-1 count. Ybarra fouls it off. 1-2 count. No outs here in the top of the seventh. A leadoff walk by Drakulich created a pitching change for the Vikings as they went into their bullpen to get Noah Brady. Brady, 1-2 pitch. Ball's low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ybarra flies it over into left field. That ball is playable. Drakulich will have to retreat back to first base, and that is the first out of the top of the 7th inning for Noah Brady.
Now batting the center fielder, Dawson Brown.
Number 14, Dawson Brown up to bat, struck out in the top of the 5th inning with 1 out here. Fouled it off for a 0-1 count. Brandon Mannequin on deck, back-to-back walks for Mannequin. As Dawson Brown hits one high and deep into right field, and that ball's going to bounce off. That ball's going to go over the wall for a ground rule double. Fortunately for the Vikings, because Drakulich had his eyes set on home plate. That's going to be a double to put men on second and men on third, as Jake Welch smokes one into right field that bounces over the right field fence. As Brandon Manukin will be up to bat once again. Mentioned it before, 2 walks back-to-back for number 15. Runners on second and third, and they will walk him intentionally once again. That is 3 walks on the day for Brandon Mannequin. And that will bring up number 4, Jake Welch in the DH spot. Also has drawn back-to-back walks for the Pioneers. 7-2 Lehi leads. Runners on first, second, and third. Bases loaded. No outs for Jake Welch in the DH spot here today for Lehi. Noah Brady on the mound pitching for the Vikings, as Jake Welch will fly one high over, and the play is made by the second baseman, but that will bring in another run for the Pioneers. Make it 8-2 on the game with the sacrifice fly there by Jake Welch. Sac fly over into shallow right field brings the runner home. 8-2 Lehi leads. That'll bring up Ozzie Williams. RBI double his last time up at the plate, swinging a hot bat. Had a triple early on in the game as well. That was driven home by Cooper Williams shortly after. Runners on first and second for Ozzie Williams. Ball 1 called with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-0 pitch. Make it 2-0 on the ball outside. Called strike one here. Make it a 2-1 count for Ozzie Williams. And that ball is smoked into center field, but playable. And that will do it here in the top of the 7th inning. Lehigh adds to their lead 8-2 over Pleasant Grove. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're watching KSLSports.com. We'll be right back.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University as the Lehi Pioneers lead 8-2 over the Pleasant Grove Vikings. TJ Peterson through 6 innings, just 2 earned runs allowed. Unbelievable performance from the senior. Will be relieved here by number 22, Ryder Aki, the junior. No earned runs on the year, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Brad Farr will lead off the inning for the Vikings. RBI on a sac fly earlier in the game for Farr. Fly out in the 4th. He'll start things off here on a 2-0 count. Called strike one here, make it 2-1. For Ryder Aki, throwing to Brad Farr. Fouled back, 2-2 count. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Vikings are going to have to put together a massive rally to make a comeback in this game with the Lehi Pioneers leading 8-2. 2-2 pitch. That ball is skied in the air near center field. Playable for the Pioneers, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up number 7, Ryder Huntsman. A single in the bottom of the 5th inning for Huntsman. Got things started. Ryder Aki with his first out of the game. 2 more to close this one out as a ball starts things off 1-0 for Huntsman. One-0 pitch. That ball is low and inside. 2-0 count. Called strike one, middle. For Ryder Aki. 2-1 count up for Ryder Huntsman. That ball is fouled back on the right side. 2-2 count. Nobody on for the Vikings. 6 hits on the day for Pleasant Grove. 9 hits for Lehigh. 2-2 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. Going down, swinging is Ryder Huntsman as Ryder Aki gets his first strikeout of the game for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 more out to close this out for the Pioneers. A fly out and a strikeout for Ryder Aki to get the first 2 outs. As Bennett Nash, top of the order, takes the plate for the Vikings. Ball inside, 1-0. Called strike on the outside corner, 1-1 count here. Final out of the bottom of the 7th inning. Ball high, 2-1. That ball into right field, diving play made, and he's out, and that will do it as Lehigh takes this one 8-2, the 10 seed upsetting the 2 seed Pleasant Grove in a masterful performance from TJ Peterson, Ryder Aki closing it out, and that will do it as the Pioneers will advance to take on the winner of Harriman and Davis tomorrow afternoon. Thank you all so much for joining us today on KSLSports.com. Big thank you to everyone behind the scenes that made this broadcast possible. I'm Kyle Garrison. Tune in at 1:30 as Harriman will take on Davis with a chance to advance and play Lehigh in round 2 of bracket play.